Hello, welcome back. I hope you're doing very well. I thought I'd just give a little bit of context before I play this performance video thing, just because the way I went about making it was different than any of the others I've done before. So when I bought my Force about a year ago, I got it used off of Reverb, and the guy that sold it very kindly left a huge collection of third-party expansions on the hard drive. Most of them were or are melodic kind of key group type things, and I never even looked at them. I dove straight into using the synth plugins, the VSTs that are built into the Force, and didn't really look at these key groups because I've never used them that much, because I've always found them a little bit limited in terms of their sound design or tweakability, so I wasn't into it particularly. But then this week on the Akai Force users group on Facebook, key groups have been a hot topic. There have been loads of posts about it. And I thought it's time to have a look at those key groups and see what they're like. So I dove in and explored these things. Now, they are all made by a company called Beat, and I'll put them somewhere on the screen. I'd never heard of these guys before, and there's about 20 of these things, so I think the previous owner bought the entire collection and whacked them on there. And I have to say, I've been enormously impressed by them. There's some pretty standard stuff like analog synth multi-samples, but there's some really interesting stuff like Gregorian chant key groups. If you're into making ambient, there's loads of drones that all cycle and loop perfectly. They're really nice textural stuff. There's multi-sampled instruments like cellos and things that sound good. And I've been really surprised about how good these key groups sound, despite not being able to fine-tune everything. The sound design that was done when they were made is really good. So I don't know who these Beat people are, but I had a look and I found the plugins, the key groups or the expansions on Plugin Boutique, and they seem to be about £10 a pop, which, having explored how good they sound and what the enormous variety of sounds there are, that seems like a pretty good deal to me. So if you were looking to expand the sonic palette of your Force, and kind of more importantly, find the sorts of sounds, particularly the textures and the drones and the chants and the vocal stuff that the Force doesn't have baked into it. And for example, you don't want to spend a load of money on the new plugins or anything like that, I definitely recommend having a look at these Beat key group expansions. I'm sure there are others as well that are just as good, but I've found them to be really good fun to use. Anyway, that's enough me chatting on. What I did was I decided to make a track completely using key groups. So what I'm about to play, all of the sounds in it are from these Beat key groups, and also some of the drum expansions that Beat made as well. There's no plugins, there's no synths, it's just key groups and drum expansions from these guys Beat. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Bye.